Hey guys, let's make shenjianbao in my college dorm. I'm going to be eyeballing all of these measurements because I don't have anything to measure with. So we're going to start off with all-purpose flour. I need about 300 grams and this is 1 kilogram. So I'm going to try and put a third of it. I marked where I think a third should be. Then we need to add 200 grams of water. Okay, just that much for now. Half a teaspoon of yeast. I thought we needed to use warm water. I guess not. Instead of salt, I'm gonna have to use this salt and pepper mix. 1 teaspoon of sugar. Tablespoon of oil. Oh, that looks a bit too much. Get scared to use my hands. Oh well.
盛完之后盖上盖子。
I really hope this works because this looks really messy. I managed to get it into a ball. I don't know if it's too dry or too wet. Now I'm gonna wash my hands and let this rest for 15 minutes and I'm gonna marinate the meat in the meantime. I'm now back to marinate the meat. It's half frozen. Oh well. I chopped up the white part of some spring onion, so I'm gonna dump that in. I'm gonna put Maggi seasoning. I have some fried garlic here. Chinese cooking wine. Some oyster sauce. Normal soy sauce. Sesame oil. Some of the salt and pepper mixture that I put in the dough before. A tiny bit of 5 spice. And finally some dark soy sauce. And because I want it to be a little bit fancy, I'm also gonna put these shiitake mushrooms in. You can't see them like this. To be honest, this is a very messy job and I'm doing it all from my room. Got a knife. I soaked them overnight and I'm just gonna squeeze the water out and then try to cut them into tiny little pieces. I finished cutting up the mushrooms, so I'm gonna put it into the mince now. I'm gonna try my best to mix the mince with this spoon. This is the dough after resting for 15 minutes and now I'm gonna shape it. Apparently if I add water to my hands, it won't stick to the dough, so I'm gonna try that. Oh, it actually works. It's not sticking. It's supposed to look very smooth on the outside. So far it's not working for me though. I hope that is good enough. I'm gonna let it rest for another hour or so and then I'll come back and make the actual buns. Hey guys, voiceover Jessamine here. I do not want to be talking in the communal kitchens, so I just kind of filmed most of the rest of the video in silence. But anyways, I just put some flour on the dough and the chopping board to make it not stick, and I'm trying to take it out of the bowl now. I tried to tap it but then it didn't come out, which I suppose is kind of good because that means it's like wet enough. So I had to like pry it out with my hands. Here I'm just gonna shape the dough. I want to make it into like a long snake and then cut little balls of it so that I can make individual buns. I think I ended up cutting like 16 balls in total, and then for each one I just had to flatten it out, kind of like a dumpling wrapper, so that I could wrap the meat inside. There's not too much of a technique to wrapping the meat inside. I just used 1 spoonful of mixture and tried to fold it up I guess kind of like a dumpling, and like twist the top. And then in the recipe it said you put oil and then water right after, which was a very big mistake, and you'll see why in a little bit. But this was the first batch and it turned out so terrible. Like, you can already see that it's swimming in water and it's not supposed to, which made it really soggy, and it wasn't even steamed. And yeah, I tried to take it out, but it was all stuck to the pan. So after very viciously scrubbing that pan, I tried again, batch 2. This time I just put the oil and then let it like fry for a bit, and then I used the water a bit later when it was already kind of cooked to steam the top, and it worked, and there was no water and it was not soggy. Like, just listen to that sizzle. I'm editing right now and I'm hungry again. Here are the finished buns. I really hope they're cooked. I have no idea because the first batch was undercooked even though I cooked them for so long. So I'm gonna taste test it now. It's low-key burnt at the bottom, but it's okay. It's quite soft as well. I hope that doesn't mean it's undercooked and it's too oily. Whatever, I'll try it. It's really good.